Alright, still on the entertainment news, Burna Boy declares the African Giant dead. Grammy-winning musician Burna Boy has stirred fresh controversy after declaring that his iconic African Giant persona is dead and that he was killed by his people. The statement was posted on the Instagram page for his upcoming album, No Sign of Weakness, where the globally acclaimed star reflected on his evolving identity. According to Burna Boy, the African Giant, the bold persona that embodied African pride and Pan-Africanism in albums like African Giant and the Grammy-winning Twice as Tall has been laid to rest and not by natural causes. I quote, "The African Giant is dead. He was killed by his people," Burna Boy wrote, suggesting a sense of betrayal and rejection from his Nigerian fan base and the music industry. He revealed that what remains is the Big Seven, a persona that shaped his most recent album, I Told Them, and one that he says is constantly at odds with his lover boy side. According to him, this internal conflict is at the heart of his creative journey. The comments are the latest chapter in Burna Boy's complicated relationship with the Nigerian audience, whom he is repeatedly accused of underappreciating and undermining his career. He has long claimed that sections of the Nigerian media and music industry blacklisted him, contributing to what he views as a lack of domestic recognition despite his global success. Earlier this year, Burna Boy courted backlash after stating that Nigerian social media fans can't help any artist fill up a stadium anywhere, casting doubts on the impact of local support. In another post, he minimized the value of local chart success, saying being #1 in Nigeria was not worth celebrating because streams don't pay much. While Burna Boy's African Giant era was defined by a strong sense of Pan-African pride and political consciousness, his new era appears to embrace a more introspective and self-protective tone. Burna is back again with his talk. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I actually think that when it comes to the African Giants being dead, he knows what he's saying. Like,
exactly.
Maybe he just don't want to play with a certain persona,
yeah,
because that is what people have in their heads and all that, and they want people to also say the lover boy, because I've seen where people criticize him of, oh, you say that you're the African Giant, and when you make music, you don't even make music that talks about, you know, the ills that go on in the society and all of this. So perhaps he's trying to, because in fact every now and then you see people comparing him to Fela, and you know, if you want to really compare, there is no comparison. It can be inspired, but I don't think that they're the same thing. So I've seen where people would actually come online and say all sorts. So maybe he just want to dissociate himself. And I personally think that Burna Boy's range is top notch, and because he wants to play with other things. Maybe he just does not want to be boxed somewhere. You're calling him African Giant, and then although African Giant can mean so many things, but then sometimes maybe it's just demanding.
But like, it was self-acclaimed. He gave himself the title.
And now he's saying that because people have taken it to another level, he's saying that this, that. And then talking about, you know, streaming in Nigeria, it does not really pay much and all that. I could understand that, but I think that we should be very careful in now making the local audience look somehow, in the sense that because you feel like, oh, they can't fill a stadium for you and they cannot, that means you're saying that they can't pay. Of course, when you think about it, because I saw that Tunde Ednot posted somebody's okay, it was Lady Gaga's performance, you know, at a stadium lately. And so he was saying that, oh my God, I see a crowd that, who do you think can pull this type of crowd in Nigeria amongst these artists? And so people said none. Some people said none. Some people said, oh, Burna Boy. Some people said, oh, Wizkid and all that. Some people said, oh, just the three of them all together and all that. People are just saying all sorts. But what I want to really bring out from this particular one is that I saw a comment that says that, see, none, because if it is not free, that there is no middle class in Nigeria again, that it is the poor and the rich. And so it does not feel like people can really afford it that much, and so feel a stadium to pay like that for, you know, a performance or something like that, or a show like that. So I think I understand this. The economic situation is not helping, one. But then if you look at the whole world, so there is inflation, but then you can say that we have a peculiar problem right here in Nigeria. But that does not now mean that you should now start looking your own less. Let me go to Pigeon. Like, do you get? So
your humble beginnings.
Yeah, I know that you are international, but please don't let us do that.
Don't.
I guess that if you say, oh, streaming platforms don't pay in Nigeria so much, I understand.
That's
but
different.
Now starts to be
undermine your humble beginnings. That's just horrible. That's just terrible. Yeah, you said everything. You've said it all. I don't have anything to say because if I talk, I'll just be repeating everything you said.
All right, that's all we can take on the entertainment news. So we will be back with all the social media madness on Social View after this timeout. Stay here with us.